Okay, welcome to another homes build. This one's slightly different. Instead of showing you a completed decorated house, I'm going to be showing you all the secret rooms in the psijic villa. And when I say rooms, yes, I do mean plural. You might be thinking, okay, someone's found a secret room. We all knew that there's one, or a lot of you should have realized. But I didn't find a room, or two rooms, or three rooms. I actually found in this place that there's 22 rooms. Yeah, over 20 of them. Let's see, you're going to want to come in and yeah, this is one of my dumping grounds for stuff. The place where furniture goes to die. A lot of it's bound. Early on in the game I was bought houses. I was also selling Eleanor furniture, so I had the dummy ones that I bought. Just originally when Eleanor first came out. Oh, God, I was obsessed with following those recipes. So, in the south suite, you're going to need two things. First one you have to have is the Nick socks. And then you're going to need to be in housing mode, first person. You also need to have surface drag on. Otherwise you're going to get nowhere. So, put yourself against this wall. I'm using these just to try and help guide me and stop me being pushed into the floor or through the walls. This takes a few tries normally. So back in, and then you just want to let it slide you slowly. Come on. That's just being heinous. Okay, let's try there. The weird thing is that when you do this downstairs, it works perfectly every single time. Okay, having it facing you seems to work better. Okay, so what happened then, it was pushing me through the floor slightly to get through. So you look down and the button that you used to stick it to a far surface, I looked down and hit that and it pushed me up. So what you have, back at the south suite, we have this doorway, and I don't know whether the devs were being lazy or they were just trolling us with this obvious, hey, here's a doorway that you can't go through. I mean, that drove me crazy that they'd shoved a doorway there. And at the time I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know if there was something there or not. I'll tell you how I discovered it in a second. But first we'll have a quick look at this room. So you've got room 1 with a messed up stairway going down. Room 2 is a side room. room 3 is a dead end, and there you go. However, that's there for a reason. We'll find out later. So that's the first 3 rooms. Room 4 is this balcony that you can't ever get to. When you come from the main room through to the south suite door, you're physically on the other side of this wall. But both of these doors are bricked up, which means that even if this door wasn't here, there's no way to get onto this balcony. It's just impossible. I don't know why they build it, even if they use it as an asset for other buildings. Unless in other buildings they also had a plan to use a wooden door there to port. Room 4 is another dead end. And then down here, there's all these rooms. In case you're wondering how I discovered them, one of my friends is the guild house, and she'd put the dwarven fountain here. And I'm kind of nosy, so I jumped on it, used the door's hitbox to go through, and when I came back, it pushed me into the fountain and then through this floor. And it does that because this floor is fake. The whole room is on this level, and then they've added these afterwards, and I don't know why. I presume they wanted it to be a bit more interesting, or to break the room up into areas with the arches. It was kind of odd. But anyway, so I got to look through when I was pushed into the floor. I got to look through this wall at certain angles, and I could see that there was 3 rooms. I could see the bottom of the stairs and 2 doorways over there. So I knew that there was something over there, and I suspected that it might click onto or link to the upper door in the south suite. Over here, because it's the north suite, they tried to mirror it, so the door, instead of being on that one in the south suite and then the fireplace and then the bricked up one, they've reversed it. So again, normal one, and if I glitch through that wall, you'll see the same 4 rooms behind it. So that's 8 that we've been in so far. But instead of messing around with that, I'm going to show you the lower rooms. And I used to think that the stairway and the actual rooms would link up to there. The reason I thought that was this door frame bookcase. Damn, give me one sec. Okay, so this doorway's out of place. It sticks out, and they don't normally do that. And then you look down here, and you can see where it's broken on the edge, but that hole goes a bit far. You can see that there's a further background behind this wall and that wall. So I thought that looks odd. And then you come over here, and they've not even attempted to fit it in. I mean, that looks like a pillar or a door frame. And then the roof. And it looks like it's got flutes and decorations, like a lined column. Turns out it's not. When you glitch through this bookcase, there's actually a solid wall behind it. So basically that's a case of the devs not giving a shit when they play something. This looks terrible. It's just the worst housing that they've done. Well, I say that. I'm sure I could probably find something worse, but it was very sloppy anyway. But again, grab the mounts, the Nick socks. As far as I know, it has to be that one. Surface drag. I just like having light when I do things. And if you do it slowly, and as soon as the light changes to blue, there you go. That one is so much easier. So now we're outside of the water basement. So as you can tell, I've been here before a couple of times. I've explored. Now, when you look at these, all these little white lines mean that from the inside, there's the graphic of a wall there, so you can't jump in. The only place you can, there's no little white line, that little thin white line. There's not one here, but that's because it's under the stairs. So again, you've got the white line is there. But what I want to show you is the lower rooms. Now, as you look from underneath, those white lines are actually graphics, like I was saying, and you can't get into any of them. If you put stairs down, you can't go up through the floor. It just won't let you do anything. Okay, there's the stairs. So we got inside the back of that little bit. But as I'm running around, I noticed that one of these doorways is open. Fantastic. Drop a ramp in and I will explore, thanks. So from here there is 7 rooms downstairs. You've got the first room, the entrance. You've got the bottom of the stairway, large room, a small dead end side room, and then from here back to the entrance. That doesn't really matter, but hey, stuff annoys me. So room 5, room 6 and room 7. So we're on 11 rooms so far that we've actually been in. Now again, because of the floor issue, you can't go up, you can't even move the camera up. But if you're wondering why this is familiar to probably most of you, this is the Eleanor Townhouse lower level. The only thing that's different is if you buy the decorated version of the house, when you come in, that's a study, that's the kitchen, and this is the double-length dining room. But for some reason they reversed it, so you've got the studies on the right, not the left. The kitchen is here, but it's got one bonus room behind where the kitchen would have been. And then the double-length dining room has also got one bonus room here. And that makes me wonder if the Eleanor Townhouse has also got secret rooms. So from these 11 rooms, I'm just going to run under the main building. So you've got the plinth to the water basement, Grand Hall, that's the side room where I dump all my Halloween stuff. And over here, again, it's reversed. And because they've moved it from one side of the building to the other, this doorway's on the inside of the shell, not the outside. But it's exactly the same 7 rooms downstairs, the same for upstairs. I just didn't bother trying to glitch through that wall because it's not particularly fun. Like I said, sometimes it will work first time super smooth, and sometimes it will just be from hell. I mean, it's pushed me into the floor 4 times in a row before. I've tried recording this video so many times. So that's it. 11 per side. You've got 22 unused secret rooms. Don't know what they were thinking. I mean, if they moved this entire structure and duplicated it just so that they could have 2 rooms for the suites, that's odd. The other thing I want to show you, okay, when you are outside and you run to the sides of the map, and then you, especially as you face the house, run to the left, you can climb down some stairs and you end up at these arches by the water. Well, I think the floor that you stand on is the roof of this. We're actually stood under a pool of water at the moment. Just random fact. And then the thing I thought was going to be useful just to finish the video off is, and I'm going to move that because it's been a complete mare to get to, an overview. So just so you can get like a final view of all these rooms. So you've got, this is the south suite. Where I glitched through the wall, you can see my metal poles. The one room. I did wonder why they never put a window there. I think it's because it's supposedly an internal room, so they just took the window graphic out. I mean, if the outside wasn't so big, or if you only concentrate on the inside, we could have decorated some of the extra rooms fairly well. It would have been nice to have had like one or two of the downstairs rooms had like a Great Hall's kitchen, but I guess they just wanted those 2 rooms, and it's a shame because, you know, the staircase room is nice. It would be nice just to have a bit more detailing like that. And then that's just so you can see exactly where you are in relation to the south suite. Hang on, okay. There you go. So that's it. Don't quite get why the devs did that. Don't know why they chopped this out. I mean, this was all built from scratch. No, it wasn't. This is the Alenor Castle, but all the doors are locked apart from the one to the study/office over on the far side under the stairs. So I'm thinking, Alenor Castle, does it also have these extra areas like the water basement built into it as part of the asset, or did they clip those on? The other thing, if you wanted to put stairs going up in this area and have balconies and platforms, you don't need to worry about sticking things through the walls. I mean, at first I thought they'd be visible on the outside, but then what you find out is this Great Hall is actually 100 feet below the exterior shell of the Great Hall. I just showed that last detail. while I'm here. So there's the Great Hall that we run around in and build in, and the external shell is up there. So that's the outside shell, and this is the inside shell. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing the outside of the house. I mean, I certainly had a lot of fun running around here. If you've got the Nixox, go nuts. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be checking a few of the other houses to see if there's other areas. And as always, have fun building. Goodbye, guys.